Do you folks have any questions, or Jerry, would you want?
Well, a couple of things I think that came out of this. People were surprised and had several comments about why this group would come before the city and ask for public money to do something like this. And you know, there's been a couple of precedents that come to mind. One recently and one even 10 years ago. There was a street on the west edge of Madison that wasn't even in the city limits, and we had a business come before the city commission and ask, how can we do something with this? We need this road improved for our business. It was the farmer's elevator. At that time, the city, the state, and the county stepped up and made a huge commitment along with the farmer's elevator to build a road that serviced a lot of different needs within our county, not just in our city, but within our county. That's one thing that comes to mind. As recently as last year, a business on South Hart came before you for downtown improvement project. And the city funded thousands and thousands of dollars to improve that street and that infrastructure, and I look at it as a downtown improvement. Another one, we had a business, an industry that was looking to move out of town, and the city helped facilitate a new home in the industrial park for that, and purchased property downtown for revitalizing our downtown. So it's not something unrealistic we were asking for. I think it created a lot of concern about what we were trying to do, but ultimately what we were doing is what, as a city commissioner, I heard 10 years ago. We have to do something on Main Street, and I think this task force could maybe provide direction for a comprehensive and also a community-based plan going forward for our downtown, because it does need upgrading. That's one comment. The other, I would like to bring up the Community Foundation. The foundation has raised money 10 years ago to fund scholarships up to the community center for families in need. The other thing it did was provide money to purchase equipment at the community center. All those funds were raised privately, and they were designated for those specific purposes. The thing about that is, over the last 10 years, over $90,000 has been used for equipment purchases that help alleviate some budget pressure from the city and also the university. The other thing it did is provided $131,000 in scholarship funds for families that otherwise maybe couldn't afford it to be members at the community center. That was important to that foundation. The other thing it did was provide a mechanism to keep a local artist in town and keep him on Main Street, and it's one of the nicer buildings in our community on Main Street. So this foundation is not anything bad. It's there to help promote our community and the community center. Those are the only comments I was going to make regarding why we're here before the city and the foundation. I'd be glad to answer any questions.
I guess I just thank both these guys. There's a lot of discussion going on, and it's good. I think it's very helpful that people and healthy in the community have these discussions, conversations. But I'd like to commend both these gentlemen. They don't have Main Street businesses, but they're investing their time and efforts in trying to make the community better. I've never seen that be a bad thing. If people want to come forward with other ideas, that's a wonderful thing too. And so there's an opportunity here. I think we should take advantage of the opportunity. And rather than start digging box holes and stringing barbed wire and making comments about people and different things, I think Madison has always pulled together. I've lived here my whole life. I intend to die here, hopefully a few years from now. But I think that we have always been a good community, and I think we have to remember that. And if nothing else, if we have a good conversation about it, let's do it civilly, let's do it respectfully, and let's do it intelligently. And I think if we do that, we can improve our community and make it better.
If you'll remember the steering committee that was created about a dozen years ago for the community center. That came out of the Madison Action Plan, which was a task force, basically endorsed by the city, to do some study and planning and goal setting for the community. And out of that, there was a 5-member steering committee. I happen to be one of the members of that. We spent 2 years working on that. And if you think the negative things that are thrown around today or anything, if you remember back then, that was really a situation where there were so many reasons why everybody thought we shouldn't do it. I don't see a lot of that, today about the community center. I think it's proven to be a very big asset for the community, and it happened because citizens stood up and started a steering committee to bring it forward, and then we had the right partners in the community to overcome all of the objections and bring it to a vote, and it passed. So it's another, I think, a great example of people working together. So.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Moving to number 2.